In 1989, a soft-spoken physicist stepped into the spotlight during a television interview with journalist George Knapp. His name was Bob Lazar, and he claimed to have worked at a facility called S4, near the infamous Area 51 in Nevada. Unlike countless UFO hoaxers before him, Lazar had details, descriptions of alien craft, propulsion systems powered by a mysterious element called 115, and briefing packets outlining the government's most tightly kept secrets. But buried in those briefings was something even stranger, something that didn't deal with flying saucers at all. Lazar said the documents described human beings themselves in ways that defied traditional understanding. They referred to us not as children of God or as citizens of Earth, but as containers. He gave almost no elaboration, but that single word has haunted researchers for decades. What does it mean? A container? For what? Souls? Consciousness? DNA? Energy? For thousands of years, faith traditions have described the human body as a vessel. Christianity calls the body a temple of the soul. Hinduism and Buddhism describe reincarnation, the soul leaving one container and entering another. Gnostic texts portray the body as a prison for the divine spark. In this view, container is a clinical way of saying what religions have always implied. The body is temporary, the spirit eternal. Writers like Zecharia Sitchin and Erich von Däniken argued that the gods of Sumer, Egypt, and the Bible were in fact extraterrestrials. They proposed humans were genetically engineered, designed as biological containers carrying a blend of alien and hominid DNA. If Lazar's documents said religion was created or shaped by ETs, this echoes Sitchin's Anunnaki theory almost word for word. What if container doesn't mean flesh and blood at all? If reality is a simulation, then humans are avatars, containers for consciousness that originates outside the program. Birth is logging in, death is logging out. Reincarnation is re-entering the simulation in a new vessel. Hermetic, Kabbalistic, and Gnostic traditions all describe humans as vessels, sometimes noble, sometimes broken, sometimes exploited. Some occult traditions go further, suggesting humans are containers for energy that higher entities feed on, what's sometimes called loosh. By calling humans containers, Lazar may have cracked open a hidden doctrine. To religion, we are vessels for a soul. To ancient astronaut theorists, we are engineered vessels for alien DNA. To simulation theory, we are avatars, carrying code from outside reality. To esoteric traditions, we are vessels of divine light or food for darker entities. Each framework describes humanity as something less than ultimate, a shell, a housing, a container for something else. Bob Lazar didn't dwell on this detail. He only mentioned it briefly, almost in passing, and then moved on. But sometimes it's the smallest detail that carries the heaviest weight. If Lazar was telling the truth, then somewhere in a classified archive locked away from the public eye are documents that don't just redefine UFOs or alien technology, they redefine us. Humans, not as divine creations, not as independent beings, but as containers. And the question that lingers, containers for what?